You get this guy told me to the point that I want to rape a bro, want to jail a guy, he raped his younger brother who happened to because he has been so much into it. What's the addiction? I had some experiences, some more experience, and I got to understand that the pastor you see on the pulpit is quite different from the pastor you see in the bedroom.
Welcome to Smedia podcast. Welcome to Mystery. Showing on your favorite TV, Smedia TV. And I want to use this medium to appreciate all our loyal fans and to greet you once again. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for the care. Thank you so much for the subscribe, sponsorship and support. For your support, all these things really goes a long way and we appreciate that. Ẹ ṣé gan yẹn lólùfẹ́ wa fún gbogbo láti January 2025 to December 2025. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the prayer. We are seeing everything. Ẹ ṣé gan. And if you are watching this program, you are meeting me for the first time, you are coming to this channel, seeing us on YouTube for the first time, I want to welcome you, welcome to the family, and I want to tell you, please do well to subscribe on that our channel. Subscribe on that, click on that subscribe button. Doing this, you'll be able to get a notification anytime we drop our next coming episode. Ẹ ṣé gan. And I want to urge you once again, please take your time to watch this program, this section, especially this section. Don't miss any part of this program because I'm very sure you will learn a lot. As you all know, we bring and we discuss much about mystery of life, mystery things happening in this world that we, both of us, me and you, we can learn from this program. So now we hold you, please take your time to watch this program. Welcome with me as I want to dive into this amazing program with my amazing guest on the show today.
Orúkọ mi jẹ́ Mide that we all call Mide Praise, and I'm from Abeokuta, the best hometown in the city of Ogun State and as well in Nigeria. I'm a music consultant and a media strategist at the same time. I consult for studio setup.
Okay.
You have a plan of setting up a studio, a music studio.
Okay.
Beats, music, beats, visuals, photography, anything, music, media.
Wow.
We are actually into that, and we consult for church music as well.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan lákọ̀ọ́kọ́. Ẹni Abeokuta ìlú tó ṣe kíní kan.
Ìlú Abeokuta ni kò pé méjì.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́.
That's the
Oh, that's nice. So, ìgbà tí ìlú Abeokuta tí ò pé méjì, but the beautiful place I've been going. One in town. Okay. Kí lẹ wá ṣe Ìbàdàn?
Take time man bad for a while. Well, Abeokuta is a place that, I don't see music move in Abeokuta.
Okay.
Unlike Lagos or Ibadan.
Okay.
So, when I was born in Ibadan.
Okay. That's one thing Abeokuta lacks.
Yeah. Okay. Agriculture is their major there.
Okay. So, what are your advice for them in Abeokuta to work on the entertainment stuff, or not needed? Because we have a lot of great artists there, from that. We have someone like Odunlade Adekola and all that.
And I just feel one thing is that they should really work more on planning whatsoever they do strategically, not just for their locality, but for the global space.
Because I think they celebrate more of culture there.
Yeah, Ashatishi, Baonkoba, then it's rampant juicy. Adire, Kampala.
Oh, wow. And that's enough to
even boom
that's makes them unique. Yeah.
Sure.
Wow. That makes them unique. Wow. Okay. So after making money, becoming a big boy, big man, are you still planning to relocate back to Abeokuta?
I feel I'm kind of cool with Ibadan.
Wow.
So nothing stops me from traveling, even if I settle down.
Okay.
I don't know. Brethren, if they watch this show, like so nothing stops me from traveling. But I feel Ibadan is cool. Ibadan is a good space for me because I have lived all my life in Ibadan.
Wow.
Okay, so my thing is this. I do not see a reason for not living in Ibadan. And at the same time, I do not see a reason for staying back in Ibadan. It's just based on your own personal opinion.
Okay.
And decide that, okay, if I see that what I'm doing at this moment is not yielding where in this territory, so you have to study your locality, you have to study what you do. If what you do is actually blessing you, not just blessing others in that locality you have. So you can actually bless others and not bless you. That's a very wrong thing. So it has to be a vice versa thing, a win-win thing. To bless him, what am I blessing?
So that you won't be tired.
Yeah, so you won't be tired.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, apart from this, what you do, I observe and I notice and I know that you sing as well.
Yeah, I'm a music minister.
Wow. And for like how long have you been singing?
All right, so this year is going to make it 13th year in the music ministry.
It's a lie.
The 13th year in the music ministry, and this year as well is going to make the 10th edition of a meeting God has really used us in organizing for the past 10 years. Experience Push.
Wow, 13 years. Okay. Before we talk much about that one, so let me ask this. We do ask this question to just know more little about the guests we bring on the show, for people to know much about them, to be well assured this person have the experience of what he's saying. So now I want to ask you, where do you grow up? Do you grow up in Abeokuta or in Ibadan?
I grew up in the city of Ibadan.
Okay. Do you grow up with your both parents?
Okay, so I think this is going to be the first time so many people will be hearing this side of me. Wow. I grew up with a single mom. And growing up was very, very, very bad, because there are times that the fatherly presence has an impact on the life of a child while growing. And so things happen. So while growing up, I grew up with a single mom who tried all in her capacity to make sure that this boy, and so God's so good, I'm the only child she has. And so mama wish buro, or I have elderly ones that I can call. When people talk to me, and there was a time a friend of mine reached out to me and he was talking to me and was like, Jackie paper, I have to call my sister. And that conversation keeps coming. There are times Aliman sort of jokingly, and those things eat me hard. And even the way he treats the sister, the so-called sister, mama be treated. So I lived with a single mom and my grandparents from my maternal side while growing up. And so it's more like a mission house while growing up, because they are both pastors of Redeem. And so my growing up was all around the church. I had some experiences, some more experience that I got to understand that the pastor you see on the pulpit is quite different from the pastor you see in the bedroom. Okay, so nígbà tí mo ń dàgbà bọ̀, mo ní àǹfààní láti mọ̀ wípé olùṣọ́ àgùntàn tí à ń rí lórí pẹpẹ ó yàtọ̀ sí olùṣọ́ àgùntàn tí à ń rí nínú yàrá. Yàrá oríṣiríṣi o. So yàrá túmọ̀ sí ibi kọ̀kọ̀, which is a secret place.
Okay.
So yàrá ẹlòmíì lè jẹ́ yàrá tí ó ti ń po iṣẹ́ pọ̀ yàtọ̀ sí iṣẹ́ tọ́lọ́run gbé lọ́wọ́. And yàrá ẹlòmíì lè jẹ́ ìwà àbàjẹ́, bóyá nínú ìyàwó ènìyàn, bóyá àgbèrè, bóyá olè jíjà.
Ọ̀tọ̀ dẹ̀ ni another face ni tó bá ti wà lórí altar.
That's different. So most times what people see on the altar is charisma, most times, not the anointing of God. So
God bless you, sir.
So we have two kinds of people that are called. I won't come out to a lot of people were called. Everybody was called. So what I tell people is that so we have three kinds of calls. I will give one.
Okay, sir.
God can call you the way God called David. Do you get?
Okay.
And at the same time, you can be called by a doctrine. I call them let's go and fishing pastors. You can be called by a doctrine.
Doctrine. Okay.
A doctrine can call you. Okay, you were born in a church with it were fervent. Only you want tongues, a man what capital. But where let's bring him into the fold. And you might be rich at the same time. So they use you as a tool for evangelism. But literally, God may not call you for that assignment. And so most times, God might call the pastor for the work of a protocol in the church. But you misplace the priority. And so the fact that God is present in that church might be because of the last person nobody values in that church. And that might be the cleaner or the protocol officer of that same church. Ọlọ́run lè máa ní kí ló ń pe interest ní Yorùbá. Ọlọ́run lè máa ní ìfẹ́ sí pastor tó jẹ́ olùdarí church yẹn gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe ní ìfẹ́ sí màmá tó ń nu church tí gbogbo èèyàn ń rí. So there are times like that. So it happens. So the fact that God is moving in that church might be because of that old woman everyone is neglecting.
Jesus Christ.
So the day God opened my eyes to this thing was while I was growing up. I was in my church, then my grandpa's church. I came there, I came to Riyadh because I started with drum set.
Okay.
So and this woman came into the church. While she was sweeping, I just felt the presence of God, and I used to be a guy while growing. I pray in tongues.
Okay.
But I felt the presence of God while I was on that drums, and I could hear that someone was talking to me, but I wasn't aware of who was talking to me. And my eye was open to the fact that the woman that was sweeping was not sweeping alone. And you are not the only one sweeping. You are not the only one sweeping. But the other day when I came to church on the Sunday, I found out that the woman was being neglected. But the fact that the move of God present in that auditorium was majorly because of a sacrifice of a person that was not seen, not because of the charisma of a pastor that was caught and that keeps covering up with a very expensive suit.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir. So, yeah. It is well.
It is well. No, it's actually a very deep issue that we've seen a lot with pastors. We've seen a lot. Want to run one petrol, it's a car pastor laying fence. So while growing up, I grew up in a place where a lot of things were happening like African Magic Yoruba. The kind of pastor we will know. Shemo, I always tell people, if you want to know a man of God, go and ask the instrumentalists of his church. For you?
Ask them, they will know. Shemo, my instrumentalist man Shagbiri in a way. Shemo.
Oh yeah.
Ask them. Ask them. If you want to know if a pastor is wayward, ask the musicians in the church. If you want to know if a pastor is hot-tempered, ask the musicians in the church. They will tell you who the pastor is. You can't know the pastor from the assistant pastor. To know the real pastor, go and ask the musicians, who is this man? They will tell you who he is. You will know from their conversations. Girlfriend, I don't know how in the church. I don't need that.
Táwọn èèyàn dẹ̀ ti sọ fún wọn.
Àti tú gbogbo àti mẹ́sẹ̀sẹ̀. Àti. It is well.
It is well. It is well. And tẹ́bá sọ̀bọ̀ sí, and the judgment is not in your hands. We are not here to judge. Definitely we are not here to judge, but we need to correct ourselves. Because I think those acts àwọn ìwà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó ti bà yí àwọn èèyàn jẹ́ lọ́kàn. Like mo ti meet èèyàn rí tó ní never ní life wọn ò lè lọ church. Now wọ́n ti jẹ́ kí nǹkan kan tó wrong wà ní mind yìí, which is very bad, which is Ọlọ́run mọ nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún.
The idea now is that the gospel has been neglected. So what we are preaching, we are preaching our own personal idea about Jesus, not the idea that was written about him. So the thing is that it is possible for you to be a preacher, but you are not a preacher of the gospel. So what you are preaching is just your own personal doctrine. not the doctrine of Christ. Because I've experienced a lot of pastors and they will say to you that smoking or drinking is okay since you can nurture it and it doesn't affect your health. I've seen a pastor say that, and I've seen a pastor tell you that, you know, being in a lounge, like going to lounge to just while away time, isn't a bad idea. Just make sure that your heart is connected. No, be
connected ní ilé ọtí.
Fa mazaza ton. Mo de tún mu level lórí. Thou is blessed. So you know the Bible. If for the Bible to say that your body is a temple of the Lord, so you have to go back to that same Bible and remember what Jesus did while he was alive. So nínú àwọn nǹkan tí mo ṣe Jésù ṣe àwọn nǹkan tí mo ṣe. It is not about civilization now. We are not talking about being civilized. A civilized world is different from you living, you know, a corrupt law, a corrupt life. Corrupt. This life we have now, this part of the world that I say is corrupted. So most times we try to cover up with civilization. Do you get it? In a place where, you know, a pastor is saying to you that sex toy is not bad, just for you to avoid shina and agberi. So this is the kind of world we live in. So you have to be very. So I want to now on low church in Moye. At the same time, you can't blame them.
Seriously,
you can't blame because our gonta and logunsha were okay. How okay? There are times I don't feel like going to church on Sunday morning. This is real. There are times I don't feel. There was a day I was talking to my guys. I was like, at low church then shame because I woke up and I was saying there is really no difference in what we do anymore because now we are practicing a ceremonial service. So the presence of God now in our services now was scarce. So don't I'm oman jowaluju kudeku because so the Bible speaking says, "Go ye therefore to the people of the nation and preaching the gospel." So preaching the gospel here at Beti. So now what we now focus on is now preaching what suits us. Because to preach
what can make us trend.
You get it? Trending. Like everyone now wants to blow.
Every church now wants to have platform, blow everywhere, and not for preaching the word of God.
I wish I can get a powder. I want to make, you know, an illustration. All right, so this is a powder.
Yes, sir.
And so I'm going to give you an illustration about the word blow or grow. So looking at this powder now, this has been fixed in my bush.
Yes, sir.
So the idea that blow, it is very easy for you to be known.
Okay.
And that's very very you can, so little things don't trend. They say you can see someone now coming on the camera, boom, and that becomes a trend.
Yes,
so
yes,
that's a very good thing. But this is the idea. So blowing off this powder now, so you can see that this diffuses into the hair.
Yes.
And after a few seconds, you wouldn't see this
getting fade.
Yeah. But you're diffusing, you see that the particles are so much. Randomly, a reasonable person and a person who has a seeing eyes would see the particles.
Okay.
But shortly after now, you can hardly see the particles.
Yes.
It doesn't diffuse at once, but it diffuses so easily. But
yeah.
So now let me give you another illustration about growing, getting a plant. When you are trying to plant, let's say, it might take days and process. Consistency, you wet it. Consistently, you check up on it. That thing you planted, but you know.
Yes.
So, two things can actually make that thing not grow. Either the weather or the planter of that thing. The person who actually planted, is planter correct? I don't know. But the person who actually planted that, that fruit, that fruit or whatsoever thing it is. So, giving that thing time, that thing can only be destroyed either by the weather or when it's harvest time. And when it's harvest time, we can say, "Boy, look when Do you get it? So there are two different things. It is better for you to grow in the stature of God than to blow by the season of what you're experiencing. So when you blow by the season of what you're experiencing, people will know you for a while. What trend? Only trend, but there are different, dimensions to it. There are songs that they sound powerful, but they lack the presence of God. So it can actually sound powerful because you back Bangkok below somewhere. So most times people fall under power. and we misplace it. Only fall under stimuli, or they only fall under power.
Explain.
All right, so you can actually fall maybe by the move of the sound system or by the emotions you have with the person ministering.
God bless you. God bless you, sir.
It happens. Oh boy, this guy is cute.
Oh
Oh my
my
God, this is my
God.
crush. So ministering alone, mindset that you were attached to that person. And most times when you see this thing,
Yes.
ọkùnrin tó bá ṣubú, ẹ lọ check ẹ. Kò wá okay. I'm serious. It hardly happens. So it is very rare for you to see the move of God now. What we see now is breaking of chairs.
Breaking of chairs.
Ọlọ́run ti scars gone presently.
Ọlọ́run ti scars gone.
So it's not everywhere anymore. It's actually everywhere.
Okay.
But it's actually not manifesting everywhere anymore. Kind of.
Why? Is it that we are not ready to invite his presence to come and manifest, or what?
It's not that we are not ready, but what we are saying now is that everybody wants to be Kuza. Everybody wants to be Tokwe Alabi. Everybody wants to be known, but they don't want Jesus to be known. So we now hide under that canopy. No, I'm a gospel minister. Yeah, we hide on that. So that's see, even this gospel ministry of a thing is actually another. I wish somebody can write a Bible about gospel ministry. Because gospel ministry is actually more like a name of a cooperative society now. So not really seen as a spiritual circle anymore. It's more like a cooperative society. Toba Bilia and gospel minister alone. Toba Bilia. I've experienced a lot of things that has made me know that, so this thing is not, you can be a gospel minister by title. And you are far from the calling. So there are two different. Only morning call, you can study music, you can do music tech, and God didn't call you into that gospel ministry. God might just call you into being a choir in the church. You will manifest there more than you being, an independent minister. I've seen a drummer plays drum, and the move of God was massive in the atmosphere. Drums and the marelo meter them are sharp tongue to the realtor. The only thing we will see is just that the atmosphere will be toxic. So you have to understand that the move of God is not being judged by how long you pray in the secret place. It's just about you being consecrated.
The move of God is not being judged
by how long you pray.
By how long you pray in the secret place.
It's just being concentrated by how much you can consecrate your mind to your. So most of the instructions that God gave in the Bible were not being prompted by, Lord, go and pray for 15 hours, go and pray for 50 hours. No. You can shut yourself down for 4 days on a retreat with thousands or millions of people, and still yet you come out being stupid. What changes about you should be your mindset, not your appearance alone. So it's really not about the fact we only to fail.
To fail.
You will fail. Do you know that people who pray in tongues more? Like
these days, yes.
They do nonsense. When you find it out. Appear like them. It's not that we don't pray, we pray, but those who actually appear to you like they are holier than thou, go and check them out. They are always, most times, if they don't fall victim, when you see programs they organize, you feel irritated about the gospel. Is it that the sound is bad, or they are bad on logistics, or they lack honor? Hello, check it out. Those ones are the ones that they do things the right way. What makes the difference? The reason why that result is being evident of those ones is because they do it the right way. They are not waiting for Jesus. They are not waiting for Jesus to come and buy fuel for them for their events. Yeah. I want you to focus on the jollof rice. Over plan concert. And what you are being focused about is jollof. Sound really bad. What should be your priority as a music minister? You are hosting a concert. Is it jollof rice or the sound system? So
okay, I don't even have much question to ask you about this. I swear you really put more light on this.
Yes,
and we need to, with the little we discussed now, what is your advice for gospel ministry? Let me just say gospel generally.
Well, I really don't think I have an advice.
Hmm.
Trust me, because whatsoever you say now, or a gospel ministry, just like whatsoever you say shall be used against you in the court of law. I should say this because I think we are on the internet. So
Yes.
recently I was facing certain things, and so that wouldn't really allow me say much about certain dealings that I experienced. Okay, so recently I was called for a meeting for an event with my team, and the pastor, we've already concluded that okay, we're going to come for this ministration and all that. And so someone else reached out to me who happens to be connected to the pastor and told me that a so-called minister of God that was called also in the city of Ibadan, a respected personality, called the man of God and told him that Mide is this, Mide is that. They shouldn't bother bringing me around. That he was going to find a substitute for my coming for that meeting. And so the man wasn't aware one more party, but we knew about what was going on. He called us and he told me that the meeting has been postponed. Whereas the meeting, I knew. And we still meet. Mama Ari once, I will greet him.
And it also
Yeah. I'll still greet him. I'll still, we greet each other.
For people to understand very well. A pastor want to call you for a ministration.
For an event.
Yeah. Okay. Now, after reaching out to you, another pastor,
Not
even pastor,
another
music minister, that you guys are in the same feed.
Yeah.
Now call the person. Be in call bye in immediate jail, bye alone show, bye alone show. Which is unreal.
Don't call him. They said it. And these so-called people are people that I know them. We know what they do. I'm not trying to be apologetic now. We know what they do. We know where they belong to. We know where, we know where. I don't know if you are permitted to talk. We know where they belong to.
Sorry, even before you dive into this particular stuff, I actually wanted to ask you, because I'm very sure, and most reason why I want to ask you is, you are still a young minister like us.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, and young ministers now, unless they want to lie, they know much things happening in music industry.
Sure.
But I think a lot of people are scared
to come out to talk.
Just to, even there are some things going on with a lot of them that only so jade.
Yeah.
My question going to move being diving. Kini àwọn problems, because mo ti bá wọn kankan pàdé tó jẹ́ pé short ẹlòmíì bẹ̀rù láti wá sórí program kan láti sọ̀rọ̀ because they are scared. Tí wípé mo ti meet èèyàn kan tó ní pé tóun bá sọ̀rọ̀ wọn lè pa òun. Mo wá ń wò pé ní gospel.
Yeah, it happens. And okay, jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí. So in the year 2019, I was called for a program in the city of Ibadan, Oduonu Apata Road to be precise, and that was November 22, 2019. I'm giving this date because the owner of the event might see this video and he knows. And so that Ogbayemi Omokokongbayemi Shwani Shagam, I was schooling then. So I program okay. I told him I was going to come from Shagam for the program. So God so good, I came for the program, night program. Gbogbo àwọn ministers who are in bed, they are guys. Talk with wa. Ọkùnrin ni gbogbo wa. Yeah, ọkùnrin gbogbo wa. So èmi ò mọ kankan. I felt like, a normal gathering that everybody, you might be called as a minister. A lot of programs, just 4 guys. So I counted it as one of those meetings. Me or as anything. So I ministered that night. Powerfully God moved. Other ministers ministered. Powerfully God moved. And motion part administration to Munich in Jarisita. My drummer, I should be going back home to my grandparents' place, very close to that place. I wouldn't mention his name for security reasons, because he's still involved in it. The so-called guy. Because he was even telling me then that he would want me to pray for him to be delivered. And he told me then, he said he wants to confess to me. Also for me, the following day at my grandparents' place. And he came and he showed me a conversation on his phone. A group chat whereby, we have ministers that I wouldn't mention the name. I think a lot of them on that platform. And this guy has a trip to Ghana. Few days after that day, we had a conversation. is to have a trip to Ghana to meet a client. You get, this guy told me to the point that I want to rape a bro, I want to jail Okùnrin. A guy, he raped his younger brother.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because he has been so much into it. What's the addiction? And so now, when he now came into Ibadan and he found out that our ministers, so-called ministers of God, he got here to Jeko Ligo home.
Well, know that we know.
And do you know the thing is that we actually celebrate them over those that God actually are genuine about.
I celebrate wọn gan ju àwọn tí
Ọlọ́run gan wà genuine pa wọn. Yeah, that's the way it is. So this guy came, he showed me the conversations, I saw everything, and so after then I was being confused. We're shaking it the real. So a backup singer of mine, I wouldn't mention his name too because he works for a reputable minister now and is known too now. He messaged me going, how long fẹ́ confess kan fún mi pé òun message èèyàn kan lágbájá pé òun ní pé òun need owó pé kán help òun but wọ́n sọ fún òun pé ṣé òun lè ṣe jigolo. Ó dẹ̀ send chat ẹ̀ sí mi. And I saw the whole conversation where the guy was telling...
Sorry, Ariyan oyè mi. Ẹ bá mi to repeat. Ó message èèyàn kan fún help.
Ó message minister.
Song minister.
Song minister in Ibadan for help. He's my backup. And the minister told him that, can you do gigolo? And he said, what's the meaning of gigolo? He said, can you do are you TB or TBH? Or they have two terms.
Okay, they have slangs for...
Like there are some they call top and bottom. There are some of them that will watch this program. There are some that they are top and bottom, some top and kini kan. Wọ́n ṣàní bóyá máa ń message ara wọn báyìí. So wọ́n á béèrè pé they will belong to. The guy was confused and he had to send the chat to me. Hey, boss, this is amazing.
Cool, understand.
So that was one of the reasons why I confirmed that truly this thing was real. And after then, I started having other experiences in the city of Ibadan. I've had CAC pastors message me. Yeah, there was one I posted recently on my WhatsApp status. He reached out to me. He said he likes my backside. I show you. He told me a man of God who is old enough to give birth to a child like me. He said to me, he likes my physique, he likes the way I walk, the way I dress. And he said there was one that messaged me some years back. He said I should come to meet him around Mokola. His church is around Mokola. A prophet.
Jesus Christ.
A prophet. So everywhere is polluted. So I don't see a reason for you to mix up with ministers. And so that's why most times when I go for events, I prefer to go there with my team. Team Barcelona, now guys, I don't feel comfortable because you don't know who is who. And they are the ones going about spoiling people. One of them actually made me lose a job in the city of Ibadan because I recommended him in this city of Ibadan. So if I start to say something, many people don't understand the reason why so many people react in a way.
Sorry, you mean there are some attack coming to you?
Sure.
Is it did they invite you for those stuffs?
They didn't invite me. Okay, do you mean did they invite me for being? Yeah, sure. I was confronted many times. Like even the fact that I was aware of them, shall understand. Okay. They know I was aware of them.
Okay.
One of them, who happens to be a reputable guy in the city, reached out to me indirectly, trying to know if I belong or not. Okay. Because of the way I dress, my dressings and all of those things. Don't be a boy, my fair
package.
Come much allow me and all that. So and I did see it as something reasonable enough for me. And then I recommend, in fact, despite the fact that I was aware of who they are, I still recommended him for a job. And he got there and he went behind to tell the owner of the thing that but boy Yoshiwa trusted. And the fact is that Entoba Mijefun does not understand the connection I have with the guy.
Okay.
So he has gone. He said Mide is proud. Mide proud. So the Mide will submit to them. And so most times when you see ministers react in a way, or a particular artist react in a way to some people, don't judge them. You don't know what that person is beyond the suit and tie and walk here. Okay underneath. So what we are announcing is beyond the program you called us for, Efata, experience greatness. A lot of people lost their life all because they are gospel ministers. A lot of people lost their job. A lot of people lost what happens to be, something so precious to them. All because they became a music minister. And one of the should I say at some point in my life, I was regretting that I was a minister, or I was even born into a Christian home. When I started seeing what, gospel, should I say gospel in Ibadan, has actually, turned to. And so many ministers may not want to come out to talk because they feel like, but the fact is that younger ministers that are coming into ministry now are actually falling into that error because of the fame they've promised them.
Because of the fame they've promised them.
Yeah. Because of the fame they've promised them. And do you know what? They have platforms. Trust me, they do.
Chai.
I'm telling you. Anything was about Babi J. She messaged me last year. Making boom from vent me.
Wow.
Yeah, he messaged me. Apostle, sir. He messaged me. I should bring him for my events. I should recommend him. He used to be a person that nobody in this city ignores. The city of Ibadan. And so, all of these things are things that, I confronted him at some point. Okay. I made him know that. I love it when you confront people. I made him know that you did this.
Even at all, if they say something about you, I think we need to correct that part, sir. If someone come to you to say something about someone, I think the right thing for you is to
confront the person.
No. Hello, I heard something. So this person came to say, even if it is possible,
call them together.
Yeah.
Get them out. It was very, very tough. Beyond ministry, what people see online that we celebrate is actually beyond what we go through. So when our guys ain't make sense because these guys are shutting down. It's beyond countdown. It's beyond 50 touchdown. Only 5K. No account. They love 15 programs in a day. Fame, consistency.
I think with this stuff now, what did Jackie man repeat? What I pay you what about one music line sing. They won't. Do
you know that many people were insulting me for the fact that I was closer to Prince Gokibajawa? Okay. That's my mentor.
Okay.
And he happens to be a person because I really see that man as a mentor because I see him as a young who are too much after fame.
Yes.
But he has a reason for doing what he does. Despite the fact that he has, health issues that most people don't know about and all that. And so he still keeps nurturing his career and his music ministry. He doesn't care. You can't see him being flashed by.
You can't even see him everywhere.
And when he talks, I pick sense from him beyond what. So our new age people don't want to answer tough mentor and when you go. What they are giving you as an idea is fame, not the gospel first. So what should come first as a music minister is a reason for your calling. What is the purpose of your calling? Were you called to be singing? Because when you hear, okay, me from program, what is the reason for that program? Why Jake be say, so Kiwani end point, coastal, Zobo as a coastal, minister say, okay, fine, that's good. What is the end point of this program you've done? Most times after the program.
I think they just want to celebrate themselves because
it's actually good. They are music ministers, and at the same time they didn't start well because they never had people that could help them nurture that gift. You can be gifted and you are not in the right place.
And I think there is a lot of all these upcoming ministers now, because if you see young girls, young guys everywhere, you just see them. I'm singing, I'm a singing minister. Most of them are now falling into wrong hand.
That's a question.
I want to enforce lower on people to answer you, to them for any wrong motive.
That's it.
Please, what is your advice for them?
My advice for them is that they should keep falling.
That's
the thing, because you can't shift the mind of someone that has fallen into a pit. Shall you understand? Okay, the fact that let's use Joseph as an example. When he was thrown into the pit, shall you understand? When he was thrown into the pit by the brothers, he was not made a prime minister in the pit. It was when he came out of the pit.
Yes.
It was after he liberated and he got his breakthrough from that dungeon not only into the rara, and from there the journey started from there into being a prime. So that was more like prime minister in the pit, like prime minister in training. That's meaning of that pit, PIT. So he had to go through a process of training. That training might be, it might be a disappointment from maybe your colleagues, it can actually be debt. The training can be anything. God can train you with anything. So ministry town by ministry. Ministry about it by most times. Go ministry. My grandfather lost 3 kids. My grandpa, he lost 3 kids into the course of ministry. He lost 3 kids into. So most times I've seen people who actually had bad experiences. He sold all he had because of ministry. Experience. Ministry tan shit, nonsense. Sincerely speaking, because when you tend to ask a normal person, okay, ministry don't shake, reason yourself. I want to become one of the global voice. Beyond global voice, what is your voice causing? Kini, what's the change your voice is causing? I'm not trying to shy away from the fact that you have to be wealthy.
Okay.
That is not bad.
That is, yes, sure.
But that ministry to manipulate, focus on that thing. And through that way, you understand, he is going to call riches, but you have to do it the right way.
I think I want people don't fall into this problem to the wrong answer. I want you to accept a lot of mind because of mindsets don't need. Nígbà tó fẹ́ jáde.
Wọ́n fẹ́ blow them.
Yes.
Anything ló fi lè blow.
They want it very fast.
Blow down. Wọ́n fẹ́ blow.
Because after gbàtí mi ti parí music school báyìí, ó ṣàfẹ́ trend street.
TikTok ló ní wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń pọ̀ sí jù. Wọ́n fẹ́ blow. Ẹni mo yẹn ránjọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ blow down. Like because the idea now is that they are not seeing it as ministry now. They are seeing it as a career.
Okay.
Career. So one rí as one rí as we gift money. So a gift of a man will make him sit with kings and queen.
That's the past they are looking.
For God so loved the world. So the Bible has a way of supporting certain things that we do that are wrong as well. That is if you are not knowledgeable about what that scripture is really saying. Because ẹlòmíì kan lè mú verse kan ní Bible. Could have support every atrocities don't commit. So you understand. So me as of Solomon, how many wives does Solomon has? Eman ko wọn ṣàgbèrè, ó yẹ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ó tó nǹkan tí wọ́n sọ lákòókò ẹ ní àwọn pastors kò máa sọ pé tó bá mu ọtí tàbí tó ń ṣe nǹkan báyìí. Ìyẹn iṣẹ́ òun kí mo ti meet ọkọ rí tẹ́niyẹn close mọ́ pastor yẹn tó ń jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé ó ní pastor yẹn máa sọ pé tó bá mu pé ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ kò ń ṣe ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni kò ní jẹ́ kó wọjọba ọ̀run. Bí mo ṣe gbọ́ràn yẹn tí o bá ṣe pé mo ti try láti jìnnà díẹ̀ màá wá confuse because títí mo fi kúrò níbi program yẹn mo kàn ń yẹ̀wò ní pé okay ó ní ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ni ò ní jẹ́ kó wọjọba ọ̀run. I was like okay, and this particular pastor mo gbọ́ dáadáa bó máa ń lọ sí lounge ẹni tó máa ń ṣe fàájì ni tó bá dé church ó máa ṣe normal ó máa. I was not thinking.
So how do you expect God? See, the thing is that God works, and the fact is that there are some things that God doesn't work accidentally, but He might be present in a place because His beloved is here. Shall understand? So I've really seen a lot of this in this dispensation. If God should say He wants to come now, even so many GOs have nowhere they are going to. Ṣé GO tó free revival let tó lọ match alak pẹ̀lú obìnrin lólúyọ̀lé àbí tó lọ Alakala Express. Ṣé you understand? So a lot of GOs that even gospel gan àti preach gospel gan sing gan ẹni láti wà careful. Wọ́n lè fọ́ ìgò mọ́ yín lórí because ẹni tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ bá sọ̀rọ̀. I'm telling you, tẹ́ pé bóyá GO kan ló ṣe kúrò lọ́dọ̀ ẹ̀. Ṣé you understand? And you are coming to tell such a sister that Jesus love you. To that team like Elijah. Sure you understand. So the gospel has been polluted.
And mo ti rọ mọ ìgboro tó ní àwa là ń tagbó fáwọn pastor yẹn.
Gospel has been polluted, Baba. Most of the flags táwọn music minister mi gbé ọtí wà náà. Mo ti lọ ministration kan. I'm not see. I've been to a ministration in Osun recently that I don't want to mention the name. The guy sat down beside me to minister. You understand? Where she minister gan Tony actually ó dẹ̀ wá jókòó sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ mi. Where she if about minister gan yàká fún sound engineer. Be mo tin fura pé bobo e máa ní choco. Mi ò dẹ̀ bó ṣe ń bọ̀ báyìí lórí ìjókòó ló ti ní more grace amode kí mo ní bàbá mi I celebrate you more grace o. bó ṣe tún ní àbí mi o bó ṣe ní àbí mi o atẹ́gùn tó kọ́kọ́ fẹ́ wá ẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé léyìí ò ṣe rem tó wá
ó ti
mẹ̀zẹ̀zẹ̀ I'm telling you sir àwọn kan tó ń jáde lẹ́nu ẹ̀ àwọn ogun ọ̀run gan ṣe so I'm telling you and these things there are things that pastors know some pastors know but they always shy about it. Mo wà ní filẹ̀ and so gbàgbé mi kò táwọn gan ṣe nìyẹn most of them ó lanu sí mi báyìí gbogbo ẹ̀ ti ojú mi dẹ̀ pé èmi mo dẹ̀ come up next ṣé mi mo fẹ́ come up next nínú atmosphere burúkú báyìí. So it happens you see ministers of God that they go about with girls in their car for a meeting. The girlfriend you see in the program last week will be different from the one you see this coming Sunday. And so the way we see, and ladies are very emotional. When you see that a guy is moving or a lady is moving, so you see them that they begin to get attached to you. They want to get close to you. Man of God, he ain't God there. So it's actually so gospel guns never very preach the gospel. You notice that I want to man share money good morning Jesus recently. You can't see a young guy now come out now. Or your Christmas I saw a man at Akpata. I was going towards Akpata. You're a very young guy, very very young. He was very white and on Christmas morning he was ringing bell about Jesus and I felt like I had enough on me to walk up to him and give to him. While I was coming back in the evening, in all sincerity, I found that guy at that same place still doing. Yes, he was still doing it, and I was like, "Who is this guy?" White white lower, even the palm to was standard was white, and he was saying, "Jesus, Jesus nife." Oh, Yoruba don't saw Emma of the background. He says, but you can't see. The thing now, when you say this kind of thing, you hear them say to you that this dispensation. Everywhere has been civilized.
Yes,
you can't go out there. You can do that in my estate.
You can actually do it online and
you do it in my estate. You can do it online. Okay, it all is online. So now we've now downplaced the place of evangelism now. So people like give easy. I want GNL digan on Sintam.
I swear.
I'm telling you. Easy.
Sir, before we go, I want us to talk about this, and we'll definitely talk about your business and what you do, sir. So, I observed something, sir, because mo ti ní àǹfààní láti wà ní láti mọ àwọn nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ tí wọ́n dẹ̀ blow, so mo mọ àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣe, mo mọ àwọn nǹkan tí ó ń wá fún wọn. So I observe even in a gospel, apart from secular stuff lives, in a gospel music line, generation that one sing, especially ọkùnrin, tó bá fi lè blow àbí tó trend by, I swear, obìnrin máa pọ̀ fún ẹ.
That's the number one thing. You are singing. You are singing. You have people that will call you naturally. Be sing for me. Beautiful Ubia. It happens. I've seen a lady call me, and recently a lady asked me, "Mide, sing for me. Use my name. Me only a called me because I have heard me." It happens. So ladies are attached,
and I think it might affect journey èèyàn tí o bá wà very careful. To train, if you are not careful, money one of only guy kan tó náà gospel is a worshipper tó ṣe ń train. Boy, any Latin message me pé please keep praying for me. I was like praying for you as only God will bless you. Pé you only sir kò ń ṣe èèyàn obìnrin. Nǹkan tí mo kàn sọ fún ni bọ̀bọ̀. Me I don't be praying. This thing is not even prayer.
It's not about prayer. Discipline.
God bless you.
Because
exactly
I can be married now
totally.
And I'm still doing machala outside. She gets. So it's not about Sherry Kini. This is where.
True.
Because the tag now, every praise minister. Recently, I was telling somebody in my church that why is it that woman every praise minister? Because when you see that a person is singing praise,
Okay.
you tag them as Abobe Mama Shishino.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
And they are
Yeah.
Shino, Mashikiri.
Torobiri
Like
Mapofu.
very Ushi. That's what they see us as ministers, are praise ministers or worship ministers. And let me just say praise ministers. And so worship ministers too. You know I'm trying to this is both Solon or Miji because
Okay.
I don't know, but I think we are need different kind of ministers, insane. Because a worship minister might see a praise minister in a meeting and not greet you because you are doing praise. They will tell you are being worldly. I've seen an experience like that. Only my minister will come out today.
Yes.
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 And the fact is that you're an hypocrite. Okay, what God has sent that kind of person to do is different. The wall of Jericho came down not by prayers.
Yes.
He told them to surround that wall and blow a sound.
Yes.
Come and speak in tongues. And at the same time, the Bible speaking that, and they gathered at the upper room praying in the Holy Ghost, and the Holy Spirit came upon them. So there are two different things. So the ministry God has called a praise minister into shouldn't be criticized or ignored or isolated because you feel that praise alone praise and now you're in Zanku doesn't mean that God didn't call that person into that ministry. And the fact that you are singing a worship song and people are falling under anointing doesn't mean that God is also present there. There are two different things. So God can work in the midst of a praise song. Yeah, He does it. He works in the midst of praise songs.
I think it's because I want to call praises and sing. I think it's because of the style of current sing. The
takasufe,
the alujo, the dance, tí àwọn gan ń jó, ó máa ń jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa rí wọn bí ẹni pé.
But you know that those that God are actually, like, let me say, those that are known now, when you blow, should I say blow? When you are known, let me just say when you are known as a praise minister, the bad notice arrangements one man drop. Jubo she berelo. Yeah. I want to buy embarrassing book aluju normal. But go and check a minister of God that is coming up now. You can hear 52 aluju in just 10 medley. Praise medley. And that's because they are trying to make you feel, that they are doing well. They are doing so. That's a place of career. And that's a place where you have to understand that music is not just about you singing all the songs. Music is about you being strategic. You understand? So that's another topic. That's another. You can be singing praise songs and you are singing the wrong song. We have a different kind of music. There is a part they call thanksgiving. We have thanksgiving. We have worship. We have praise. Tobanche thanksgiving. You are thanking Him for what He has done. But when you are singing praise, you are thanking Him for what He is used to do. He's used to the fact that, okay, Jimmy, everybody lonely. Shall you understand? Long witness but which everybody long witness at the same time.
Yes.
Okay, it is possible for us to wake up tomorrow and seek ilemo.
Yes.
That's what He is used to do.
Yes.
We praise Him for that. Yes. And when you worship, so most times when we sing certain songs, shall you understand? Oluwa Dide, praise song. That's a warfare song. So even music ministry is so technical, but we sideline it. Show to you.
Yes, sir.
Char.
I don't call music and sing. most of them, I'm not sure they will understand this. I'm not sure they understand this before. I swear, oyeki government ma
Call ban gbogbo adanu ka wa wa le.
Ó yẹ kó máa fún ẹni tó bá ti fẹ́ kọ́, ó yẹ kó máa gba certificate kó máa going through some.
Kwata 1,000 kọ́kọ́ ban everybody.
Okay, kọ́kọ́ ban everybody.
Kọ́ ban gbogbo wa, kọ́ wa kó wa jọ sínú bí a hall kan. Check it. Kọ́ wa máa kó wa jáde lẹ́yọ kọ̀ọ̀kan. Telling you. And do you know that music ministers, we spoil each other? You were asking a question the other day. We spoil each other because you feel any ancient to and you don't know how to ask the person, you don't want to learn.
Okay, like the person is doing well. Okay.
And some people, they shut down events without doing billboard.
Wow.
There are ministers like that. One that will be billboard. They shut down all normal kunsha.
People know their capacity already. People know what
They know what you can offer. So it's not about one. It's not about Omoniko. There's another place whereby people know that if it's a boy, show what Mowabe last year. Kini mo achieve. That was a joti mojo.
Please, before we move on, please, I want you to give advice.
What am I advising? Please.
Guys, gospel ministers. A lot of them are doing something that is wrong.
Okay, I just feel the kind of advice I'm
especially
going to give.
the upcoming.
There is nothing called. I don't see any reason to call any minister an upcoming minister. You are a minister. You are a minister.
They see themselves as an upcoming.
Okay, let's say it this way.
They go to people. They go for
to
platform to
people.
beg for platform and all that, which is to me, I swear, is wrong. But whenever I said that, woman will be any way. I always tell people that I swear, you can be known by yourself, you and your God. I swear, without going to meet people. Meeting people only just by the force wrong hand. If case not taken because any to lo ba o mo inu e.
So okay, let's talk about the advice. All right, so the advice I'm going to say is that know God for yourself. You can be a minister after 5-10 years for salvation. It happens. Know God for yourself. Know the reason why God has called you into the ministry. God has called you not just because of yourself. And so once you fail, millions of people have failed. Once you fail, millions of people have failed. So you have to understand the fact that God has a reason for calling you. If truly God called you, get back to your feet. And so most times, music ministers, we are too engaged, or should I say, we feel too big to have a father. When I mean father, I'm not talking of, most times God can tell somebody as old as Baba Adeboye in his 80s to be a father over you because he has something to deliver to you, not just speaking in tongues. And most times, the reason why I advise you having a father who is not on your level of generation is because I want people in control more. There are some of their heroes that you can learn from. My grandpa would always say to me that don't do this because he had done it and what's in the effect wrongly. But if I should ignore someone like that, ignore or I may not be able to understand how to deal with certain things. So most times when people have this, when you tell me you have a spiritual father, I'm going to spiritual father, you understand? Spiritual father, I go struggle and all of this. So you have to understand that you have to know God yourself, have a covering over you. Your father may not be your pastor, it might even be your biological father. Your biological father might be your father. Yeah. Dayo, you might feel comfortable with your father. You understand? Have somebody you can confess to. And make sure it is never a woman. Yeah. That's another thing. You should make sure it's never a woman. Because once you confess to a woman, you know that is not a confession anymore. That's more like you going on a podcast show.
It's not secret again.
Have a father. That's why when we say fatherhood is different from a mother. A mother would only care, pamper you. Okay. And out of that pampering, she might say some things unconsciously to certain people.
Yes.
And indirectly, she's communicating your secrets to people. Most times they don't.
Yes.
For any example. For example, that you're going solo just see. So have a father, somebody you can run to, and also do not ever neglect your local church. And there are some local church that they didn't support you, but please still understand the fact that you have a local church and never neglect them. You understand? Never. Your local church, funny enough, they may not even value you.
Wow.
Most times they don't value you. Most times they won't call you for an event. They will prefer calling some other persons. They may not even pay you well the way they will pay others, but still never neglect them. because the time for you to respond to that is coming. And you are not responding to that in arrogance, but you are responding to that in results that you show.
Yes.
But consistency with God brings you to a good result. Everybody will need result. Even if you do wrong, result is majadi. Only if you didn't sit for the exam.
So is it possible to become a music minister? Like
Why not? Sharing on real online, shop online. Share.
Wow.
You do well. See, this thing is really not about God calling you now. This dispensation we are now. We have a lot of them out there that they are actually singing gospel.
Okay.
She gets. It's not that God is using them in the sense that they are using God to make money. And even those that God has called genuinely, they don't know the secrets to the wealth in ministry. That's another thing entirely. The wealth in the ministry, you have to be strategic. But one was strategic, but one was so spiritual, like we could say spiritual. Like they are not so consecrated. Let me say it that way. So it's possible for you to be in gospel, you are singing gospel and you are not called. It's possible now. It's very possible.
Wow. So let's talk about your business. What are the things you do that people won't patronize you? Apart from the music line, that one is sure. You go for administration.
Yeah.
But what your songs? Is it only? Do you only go to church to minister, or you go to a lot of events as well?
Okay, I do church meetings and I do events too.
Like live
events. So.
Wow.
But that's just occasionally, not because I prefer to be in church. My kind of person that. So, but I do, like we handle that like professionally. We do that too, live events and all that, and yeah.
Okay. So apart from the music stuff, what are things you do?
Okay. So recently, last year, I started Kuli. I started I want to go back. Surely I share Kuli more ministry, and Kuli came at the point that I didn't believe that I could do it. I never liked it personally. I never liked the ball. It came in as an instruction that I wasn't expecting. Not that someone told me to. No.
Okay.
I found myself doing it constantly. Not me doing like, when you see yourself doing something you don't like. Then I started. And the first production we did was massive.
Wow.
And so we sell Kuli, we produce ourselves. And we do to large retailers and all that. So I produce Kuli. And also I'm into media, like I said.
Okay, yeah.
I do music consultation. We have sound too. So in case they want to get our sound system, we have sound system in our power as well too. So a jump to your long.
Like when someone wants to do a concert,
we have a full sound.
Anything from music, from sound, they should give it to you. Even the music arrangements and everything.
By God's grace.
You'll handle that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. So where is your office?
Okay, so my office presently is at my house.
Okay.
I'm sorry. And most times you can always reach out to us online.
Okay.
And fix time and.
Okay. So
I don't like to call my house address.
No, don't do that. So don't do that. So can you chill out your handles, how people can reach out to you, maybe your phone number or something?
Alright, so let me start with my contacts. That's 070-8665-4897. Let me call that again. 070-8665-4897.
Alright, before we go, nígbà tí a kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa background ẹ ti jáde.
Yeah.
Ṣé ó normal kí ẹni tó bá jáde nínú background báyẹn kó face challenges in life?
It's very normal. It is very normal because I think I didn't really sọ̀rọ̀ pa ẹ̀.
Yes.
Because I don't want to go into it because it can actually drive some kind of emotions.
Yes. Okay.
It is very normal for you to face challenges. There are challenges that
even
are faced
in life.
Yeah, in life. There are challenges that are faced that it is about to become a testimony.
Wow.
Very soon. And I don't want to share it yet because it won't be full until the result is out.
Yes.
So there are challenges you will face. Challenges in health wise, it can be education wise, it can be finance wise, it can be mental wise. Yeah. There were times I had health issues.
Because there is a lot of people out there blaming themselves, like even most of nowadays guys, they don't want to face any challenges in life before they make
You will surely face it.
and it is sure for
It's
you.
sure. Only mark more, but you will surely face it. You will. You know, that thing is that there is no trophy without a match.
God bless you for that. God bless you for that. I think you have learned a lot. I personally have learned a lot. Then I want to tell you about ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe àtúnṣe. Ẹ̀yin tọ́rọ̀ bá ìwé ẹ̀ mọ́ra yín. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tọ́rọ̀ bá ìwé ẹ̀ mọ́ra yín. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń ṣe àdìdárúkọ ẹ̀. But I'm very sure you know yourself. Please, please, please. Ẹ rántí ọjọ́ ìdájọ́ o. Everybody ló dé máa face ẹ̀.
By God's grace.
Funny thing ni pé sà, nǹkan kan tí mi máa ń rò. Tí máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, àwọn yẹn máa ń rò gbogbo yẹn. Everywhere tí máa wà ni mo máa ń sọ. Ó yẹ kí èèyàn máa rántí ọjọ́ ikú. Ìwà wèrè tó dé ń wù ú sìn. And person fit die anytime.
You know the fact that àwọn kan máa ń rò pé ọjọ́ táwọn bá máa kú, àwọn máa mọ̀.
Àwọn máa repent.
Àwọn máa repent bá ti di die minutes.
Who tell you that?
Okú gbé.
Funny thing ni pé I swear a week they don't forget
They
you.
don't. That's the
Person
thing.
wey die on the 30th, is it on the 30th or one popular actress tó kú yìí? People don't forget am.
It's about one face white and black ni. We are gone.
Minus.
She don't go.
Kí ló wá ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ayé ìtẹ́ pé òun ṣe ọmọ wrong thing ó dẹ̀ ń ṣe? Please let us stop, please. Please. Tábàdẹ̀ sọ lọ sọ́nbọ̀ ń sìn ẹni yóò ṣì là ń sọ. Please let us stop. Kálukú ló ní life ẹ o. Use your life as you like. But ẹ má fi kó bá àwọn èèyàn. And the Lord will continue to bless you. Thank you for watching this amazing section. And we are open for sponsorship, support. Reach out to us definitely. Ẹ dẹ̀ bá patronize Daddy wa tó ń ṣe kúlíkúlí. And the Lord will continue to bless you.
Amen.
God will continue
Thank you
to
so
protect
much.
you.
Amen.
Because you need protection, sir.
Yeah.
God will continue to protect
Amen.
you. Yeah. And God will continue to shame your enemies, your haters in the ministry. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you so much. Till we meet again, still your humble Stephen Adekunle. Stay blessed.